Talking real estate at Champions Real Estate Team here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate Company. Thank you for joining me this morning. So we jump on every Wednesday and kind of give you a rundown of what's gone on in the real estate market over the last week. So we'll jump straight into our numbers here and kind of get a good idea of what's going on out there for everybody. So as it pulls up here, so it looks like we had 485 new listings go live this last week, which is a great number that we have had. So the third largest that we've had since the beginning of the year. And then 450 new contracts basically written, 450 pending homes. And that's basically the largest that when I went back and looked in a 1 week, was basically since about last year. So we're seeing a lot of activity out there and a lot of buyers getting out there moving and looking for those homes in that regards. But and then 485 happy new homeowners out there. So congratulations to them. So kind of take a look at the 30,000 foot view of what's going on the market here. Here we go. So here we go on the 30,000 foot view. So the active in the Omaha Lincoln MLS is at just under 1,500. So we had 1,467 new homes, number of for sale homes in the Douglas and Sarpy County area. So the Omaha metro area, 720. So I like to break that number down a little further into existing homes and new construction. So we're still over that 300 mark, barely for existing homes. And then the new construction is kind of hovering right around that 420. It's basically been bouncing around in that 400 area for the last couple of weeks, and then the existing homes are kind of getting up there. So as we come into full swing into May, and what we're going to see here probably going forward is we'll probably see the activity obviously stay pretty strong. Sometimes over the weekends, I mean, we're going to see a lot of graduation parties. You have Memorial Day holiday coming up, so sometimes activity slows a little bit, at open houses and things of that. But I think with still the pent up demand of housing with the low inventory, we're still going to see good solid numbers of contracts written, activity on houses. I know some of the houses maybe last year, recently that we were seeing 20 offers, we might be seeing 10. I think interest rates are also playing a factor into that, with interest rates kind of hovering around that 5.25 to 5.5. So that's kind of, letting people reevaluate their purchasing power and adjusting accordingly. And that's, I know we've been talking, for weeks now, just kind of as interest rates are going up, prices are still going up, but, all economic indicators potentially are leading towards a maybe possible recession. And we kind of look at the recession as that's, typically interest rates go down usually in a recession. So that's something that, waiting for interest rates to go down versus as we're seeing the increase in the home prices going up, you may not necessarily, it's probably going to be cheaper and better to basically buy that house now before that, $200,000 house maybe goes up to 215, 220 next year potentially. But ultimately, as agents, we don't have a crystal ball. We're kind of just looking at the historical factors of it, what's happened before in that regards. But yeah, so average sale price is up 14% from last year, up at the 304 mark. So that number's been kind of slowly, steadily going up. But as always, it's always a great time to buy and sell here in the real estate market. So as we look forward to the coming summer, I think it's going to be very active. And I don't necessarily, I get a lot of questions and comments of, is the market slowing down? Not necessarily. And it's still very important to get those houses, that you are selling, making sure that they are up, ready for market. There's houses that I have toured this recently that it looks like the sellers are just reading the press clippings. Oh, it's listed at X price and, it's going to sell with multiple offers. Well, right now, like I've said before, buyers are very well educated. The ones that have been out there in the marketplace, they know what certain price points get, what 200 gets them, what 300,000 gets them, and so on what, needs work, size of the houses and things of that sort. So it's still a very good idea to have someone here at Champions Real Estate Team come over, walk through the house. We have stagers that work with you one-on-one and kind of get your house ready, and, get that so we can maximize those benefits of getting, ultimately the highest price for your house from a seller's perspective. And then from a buyer's perspective, what's a scouting report on the seller? What can we do to basically get a seat at the table, to get negotiations and to get that house for you in that regard. So, but appreciate everyone checking us out. So as always, you can check out our championsrealestateteam.com for any of the up-to-date homes that are out there for your viewing pleasure. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you want us to touch on future videos or anything like that, or reach out to me personally, my contact information is just below at 402-672-7670, or feel free to email me at mark.wehner, 2 at BHHS or any of the social media platforms, question, comments, anything to that sort. But love to help you out and get you on the right path to either buying or selling a home in that regard. So appreciate it. Take care and have a great rest of the weekend. And we'll catch you guys next